sweep. Ladies and gentlemen, well, thank you for joining us today. Welcome to today's game between the Asbury University Eagles and the Midway College Eagles. We are in Wilmore at the Luce Center on the campus of Asbury University. I'm Sam Maddox here with you with Aaron Bond. Nice to have you guys today watching our game. Aaron, the last time these two teams met, Midway was at home and they came out with the win, 91-67 against the Eagles. What does Asbury have to do today to get the win?
Honestly, this one is all going to come down to ball control. Against them on the same court, actually, it was an away game for Asbury, home game for Midway. They kind of got spanked. That was about a month ago in January, 30-point difference, and it all came down to defense, holding on to the ball. I think whoever starts to slow down the pace of this game, not let it get away from them, that's who's going to take control of this one.
Yeah, Aaron, Asbury's got a lot of size on their end, and it looks like Midway doesn't have a whole lot of size, but last time that didn't seem to matter. How do you think Midway won the game last time, and what do you think they're going to do today?
A lot of it was tempo. Asbury loves to play upbeat. That's something that Coach Price really preaches a lot is speed, speed, speed. A lot of quick transition baskets, a lot of layups, drives in the lane. And they just weren't able to do that because this is Midway, you know, for being a small school, for being only a women's college, they have a lot of great talented ladies on the court right now. They actually led the league, or excuse me, they were 10th in the league last year in steals, 15th in turnovers forced, and that's just something that's hard to compete against. So as long as you don't turn it over, you'll be all right.
Yeah, Coach Price likes to run that defensive pressure, the full court pressure. He does it all the time, and it looks like it works pretty well. But sometimes the pressure just doesn't work for the Eagles, as Midway looked like it didn't work against Asbury last time, as Midway came away with a win. Asbury's a pretty good shooting team. We've got a couple good three-point shooters on our side. Midway only a 26% three-point shooting team. And Aaron, they're not very good on the road. So it's going to be really tough for them to get away with the win today, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. You mentioned that they're only 3-9 on the road so far this entire season. That's really hard to get something done, especially getting closer to playoffs, getting closer to that postseason berth. What can they do? What can they put together? And they're great at home. They did a good job. But both teams, Asbury and Midway, are locked at 7-4 in the conference. So this is going to be able to separate one team above the other and give some breathing room moving forward.
Yeah, Aaron, Asbury doesn't lose a lot at home. They've got a 10-2 record right now. Do you think they can extend it to 11-2 today?
I would love to see the Eagles win today, but I think that's pretty much guaranteed.
That's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. We got the Midway Eagles, the Asbury Eagles, and Aaron, we also got two Coach Prices. We got Daniel Price on the side of Midway, and we've got Jason Price on the side of Asbury.
Exactly. So I feel like that this is a good game to say who you think is going to win because, hey, it's obvious everyone's going to win, but mostly the fans.
Yeah.
The fans.
The fans always win, especially here at Asbury. We always put great basketball in front of you guys, and hopefully it's the same today between our two teams.
Absolutely. Dude, there's some extra seats here this evening. If you are checking us out at home, you want to come down to the arena and see it for sure, then please come on down, check it out. It's going to be some good, exciting moments this evening. Do you have any expectations from the game?
Well, I expect Asbury to come out maybe a little feisty. I mean, you mentioned it last time. They lost by 20, 27, 24, something like that. I mean, they got absolutely blown out. And I think Jason Price, Coach Price of the Asbury Eagles, he has a mindset of revenge. He's a former basketball player himself. He's the leading scorer here at Asbury all time. And I think he's got that killer instinct that, hey, this team beat us last time. Let's come in our house and whomp them today.
Absolutely. They're taking it to the doorstep. They're not afraid to see what's been going on here. I think this is a cool experience. And on the other side, you mentioned the experience of Asbury's Coach Price. On the other side, Midway's Coach Price has plenty good resume himself. Played in college, played in the ABA, in the CBA, a couple minor leagues throughout the United States, and then also down into Mexico. So he's got a little South American experience before he comes up and coaches here. And I like to see, two very different style. One's very defense, one's very offense-driven. I love this.
Yeah, sometimes defense usually beats offense. You say they can't win a championship without good defense, but I don't know. We'll find out today.
Exactly. A lot of moments here. Step away here for a moment as we get a chance to pray and get the opening lineups.
Please please enjoy the game. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the invocation. And as we honor America and the men and women of our armed forces with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's invocation will be given by Khalil Whiteside.
If you'll pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you so much for the beautiful day you've given us and for the gift of basketball. I ask that you please watch over us and keep us protected from injury. Please allow each and every one of our actions to glorify you as we set out to play this game. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Now let's meet tonight's starters. First, for Midway College. Number 00, Jasmine Johnson. Number 5, Melissa Martinez. Number 11, Mackenzie Laswell. Number 23, Miranda Roan. And number 24, Kelsey Carmack. The Eagles are coached by Daniel Price. And now the starters for your Asbury University Eagles. At forward, a sophomore from Harrisburg, Kentucky, number 2, Savannah Taylor. At guard, a sophomore from Bloomfield, Kentucky, number 5, A.J. Lewis. At guard, a sophomore from Science Hill, Kentucky, number 20, Brittany Warren. At forward, a sophomore from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, number 21, Cody Whiteside. And at guard, a junior from Versailles, number 22, Katie Fletcher. Asbury is assisted by Tim Brown and Sarah Yates, and the head coach for the Eagles in his first season, Jason Price.
All right, Aaron, there's the starting lineups for you. Aaron, I was looking at the notes on both these teams, and Asbury's got a big height advantage.
Yeah, definitely overall, probably about a 2, 3, even in some cases, inches per position advantage. I will have to say the actual strength advantage might go to Midway, but you're right, height is going to be a big battle of trade-offs on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, there's the starting lineups right there on the screen. If you missed them earlier, you got Brittany Warren, the starting point guard, and she's going to be a big factor in tonight's game. She's a heck of a shooter, and when she gets hot, she doesn't quit. Absolutely.
Last game, I saw her hit at least 5 threes in the second half. It was just kind of an unbelievable storyline to be able to see that kind of advancement happen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go underway here at the Luce Center. Here's the tip. Tip goes to Midway. Good hustle to get the ball. And here come the Eagles running some dribble drive offense. Here's a light drive to the basket, no good. Pass out, puts it up, no good. Good defense there by Khalil Whiteside. And the Eagles come down with the rebound and possession of the ball.
There were no Midway Eagles even waiting for that one. It was just all Whiteside all the way.
Here's Warren, number 20. She's the shooter we were talking about. Pass over to Khalil Whiteside, a little bit high. Here's Katie Fletcher driving to the lane, puts up a shot. Good. Katie Fletcher, first 2 points of the evening. Asbury takes the lead. And Aaron, here's that full court pressure that we were talking about earlier.
Absolutely. There's that up-tempo speed, even on the defensive side.
Three-pointer for Midway, puts it up, no good. Rebound goes tipped out. Back to Midway. And there's number 11, Mackenzie Laswell with a shot, no good. Ball tipped back out. Midway's got to reset.
A lot of their offense revolves around this drive-in, kick-out type of mentality, and right now it's been opening up spaces. They just haven't capitalized.
And there's a steal for Savannah Taylor as she slows the ball down. Here's a three-pointer, put up, no good. Rebound to Jasmine Johnson. And here come the Lady Eagles pushing down. Oh, Jasmine Johnson bounces the ball off her foot and out of bounds to Asbury.
You know, that's a little bit of a mess on the offensive side, but Jasmine was incredibly in good position to get the rebound on the other end of the court, and there were no Asbury Eagles around to challenge her for it.
And here's some full court press defense by Midway, but it doesn't seem to phase Asbury as they see that every day in practice. Here's a three-pointer for Katie Fletcher. Good. Katie Fletcher with the three.
They gave her just a bit of space, and she's going to step back and make them pay every time for that one.
And Melissa Martinez almost gets the ball stolen away from her. And there's a mishandle by Midway.
Struggling to keep the handle on the ball.
Melissa Martinez is having a tough time hanging on to the ball there, and she gets called for a travel. And that's the second turnover, of the evening.
Two quick turnovers on 4 possessions. Definitely not giving themselves many chances right now.
And Melissa Martinez for Midway looks like a quick player, but so far she has not been able to maintain control of the ball. And against this Asbury defense, that's not going to fare well.
I guess it doesn't fare well. It'll be farewell early.
Yes, sir. And Savannah Taylor misses a shot, but Melissa Martinez gets the rebound and steps out of bounds. Another turnover for Martinez.
Very rare. She's definitely a team leader, especially to be starting on the floor right now. It's kind of insane to see if that continues or if she collects herself.
And there's Katie Fletcher again, no good. Nice hustle by AJ Lewis there to get the rebound, to no over the back call, but ball goes out of bounds on her and Midway takes control.
That mid-range jump shot is very deceivingly hard, especially when you don't have the backboard to help out on it.
Good defense there from Brittany Warren, but the ball goes out of bounds off of her fingertips. That full court press looking like it's working so far for Asbury. Good defense by AJ Lewis. And there's a mismatch right there. Khalil Whiteside definitely has a height advantage, but it doesn't matter because Melissa Martinez cuts back door and gets the easy basket. First points of the day for Midway.
She just got on the inside of Brittany Warren and it was gone after that track meet, and she had the advantage.
And here's Savannah Taylor at number 2. She can get hot when she gets going. Here's a three for Brittany Warren, no good. And rebound to Midway. They're pushing the tempo. That's Mackenzie Laswell. Fans wanted to travel, but nothing called.
Just gets a lot of extra support underneath that ball to make that dribble.
Here's Jasmine Johnson taking control of the offense for Midway. There's a pick up top. Oldest play in the book, pick and roll, but Asbury gets a steal. And they're going to call a foul on Midway, number 23. That's Miranda Roan. That'll be her first foul of the game.
Looks up quick, a lot of effort. Just over 3 minutes gone so far. A lot of action. Low score, but tons of excitement.
Here comes number 33, Christina Ostijic, into the game for Midway.
Ostijic being the only player on either team's roster not to be in the United States, at least as a birth of origin. She's out of Montenegro.
A shot by Savannah Taylor goes in and out, but Whiteside with the rebound. Brittany Warren puts up a three and knocks it down.
That was the very first offensive rebound for Asbury, and you can see it really made a difference right off the bat, putting the points back in.
Yeah, second chance points can be a killer for most teams, and a team with the size advantage that Asbury has, second chance points could be the victory today. There's a good defense by Whiteside as Martinez puts up a shot, no good. Rebound to Lewis and off to Warren. She's pushing the tempo. Whiteside calling for it under the basket, but Warren doesn't see her. And there's a pass tipped out of bounds by Miranda Roan. Asbury maintains the ball.
She had Whiteside open early. Every single drive down the court, Whiteside has been open under the hoop, but they're just not taking advantage of it. I don't know if they're just not seeing it or it's not the play call.
Here comes Kamari Boyd into the game for Midway, in for Miranda Roan. And here's a three by Katie Fletcher, no good. Rebound to Jasmine Johnson. Aaron, she's pretty short, but she seems like she's getting a lot of rebounds out there. And here's another steal for Brittany Warren. Let's see if she can drive to the basket and get some points. Puts it up. Good.
That was great.
Good defense by Martinez, but just not enough.
You mentioned a moment ago about Johnson and all her rebounds she's been able to collect so far. It's these long distance shots are bouncing off the back of the rim and going out to where she is just standing and waiting for it.
Midway coach calls a timeout. He doesn't like what he sees. He's down quick, 10-2 with just under 15 and a half left to play in the game. Not the way that Midway wanted to start the game, is it?
No, definitely not. This is completely against their normal defensive stand. They are not big points producers, so they need to keep the score down over the course of an entire game. And right now they're getting destroyed out by 8 points, 10-2 in the early going.
Yeah, both Asbury team men and women are known for their defense, and that women have held up their end of the deal today as they've gotten steal after steal after steal. Well, let's see if Midway can draw up something to get back into this game.
Absolutely. I think if Midway wants to get back into this game, they're definitely going to have to do a lot of movements on the outside. They're going to have to start keeping better control of the ball as they work it around the perimeter.
In for the game for Asbury's number 1, Kylie Gorby, and number 11, Bailey Brown. And there's Gorby guarding Martinez as she drives but gets nothing. Here's a shot from Midway, puts it up, no good. And a rebound for Kamari Boyd, and she gets a foul call. That call is going to be on number 22, Katie Fletcher of Asbury. That's her first. And there's Midway trying to get the ball in. Took them a while, but they got it in before the deadline. Let's see if Midway can get something going. There's another turnover for Midway.
Just loses her step and hands it right over to the other team.
And that's Mackenzie Laswell losing the ball on the offensive end for Midway. And Asbury got a chance to get a double-digit lead here. And there's number 21, Khalil Whiteside, setting the screen. She is a huge size advantage for the Eagles today. Another tip pass. And here's Savannah Taylor driving to the basket, puts up a shot, no good.
Just rims off, didn't have enough going on that one.
And here's Mackenzie Martinez up for the shot, guarded by Katie Fletcher, but good. Martinez puts down a basket.
She was definitely not going to be parlayed on that one. Had a great right hand underneath and had plenty of space to work with.
Some full court pressure by Midway. They do a pretty good job. Asbury gets into their half court offense. And here's Kylie Gorby calling the plays. Pass over to the corner. Back up to Gorby. Over to the corner again for Bailey Brown. Puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to Mackenzie Laswell of Midway. And here she comes down the court. Oh, nice find.
That's a good look through traffic, able to come out on the better end of that deal.
That was Christina Ostijic on the basket, and nobody found her on the offensive end. And a drive for Asbury, and they draw a foul. Shoot some first free throws of the day.
That's Savannah Taylor. She's very good at finding the open lane, getting inside, and getting that layup and fouled along the way. So she's going to keep pressing that for the rest of the game.
Puts up the first one and good for Taylor. Here comes Jasmine Johnson back in for Midway Eagles. And in for the Asbury Eagles, we've got Kelly Reinhardt into the game now, as well as A.J. Lewis back in. And here comes Taylor for free throw number 2. She makes it.
You know, as many shots as have been taken on both ends of the floor, Midway is desperately lacking, hasn't even attempted a three-point shot.
Yeah, Midway looks like they like to drive down low, as we see right there, with another missed jump shot. And rebound out to Savannah Taylor. Look out, folks. She's easy in the open court, and she puts up an easy basket.
Nice shot for her to push the lead back out to 8 points.
And more driving from Midway, and a foul called on Asbury. That's on number 11, Bailey Brown. And the speed of Midway is drawing some fouls on Asbury early.
Absolutely. This was pretty slow until the tempo picked up after that timeout. Now both teams are up to 2 fouls each.
There's Ostijic with a shot, but no good. Rebound to Asbury. Here comes Savannah Taylor again. Nice passes underneath, but Asbury's not able to come away with anything. As A.J. Lewis misses an easy shot down on the baseline. Not sure what happened there. She had a good look.
Good look. Just I think she rushed it. Didn't really get a squared up body for that shot, and it definitely showed. It's no rebound there.
Nice pass from Martinez, but Midway not able to do anything with it as Kamari Boyd misses an easy shot under the basket. That's 2 easy shots missed in a row. What's going on?
Absolutely. A lot of that is going to be confidence and just she's getting nervous with these extra players coming in fast. Good tip.
Nice tip from Midway. That's Miranda Roan on the inbounds pass. He tips it right in. Asbury wasn't expecting that.
Miranda Roan is one of the few people on the floor right now that can hang with this Asbury's height. She's 5'10" herself, so she stands right in there with him.
Here comes Mackenzie Laswell back into the game for Martinez. And here's Kylie Gorby throwing the inbound pass. She can find somebody. She finds Kelly Reinhart, who finds Bailey Brown, and her shot gets blocked underneath. And here comes Midway again.
Looked like she just handed her a cookie.
Oh, nice move underneath for Laswell, but she's not able to put it up as Savannah Taylor's defense affects the shot. But here's a turnover for Asbury.
There it is, another intercepted pass.
And here's a three-pointer, no good.
You know, every single pass that Asbury has had as a turnover given away, it's always been these very slow, lazy, looping passes over the top that all you have to do is put your hand up. They're not getting any sort of strength or crispness behind these things.
And this full court pressure from Midway is causing Asbury a little bit of trouble.
You think they'd be used to it after playing in practice every day?
Yeah, you think so, but... And here's Gorby with a three-pointer. No good. Rebound tipped around. Midway comes away with it. And here comes Jasmine Johnson driving down low, but the Asbury defense stops her drive. And there's Johnson with a three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Bailey Brown and a foul call. That's going to be on number 15, Kamari Boyd.
That looked exactly the same as when Boyd went to the free throw line for her own rebounds as well. Excuse me, not free throw, the outbound there.
Here comes Ostijic into the game for Midway. And Aaron, Midway has done a pretty good job of cutting into this lead. They only trail by 6, but earlier they were trailing by 10.
10 points, 8. And it worked their way back down. And it's amazing, this game feels so much closer than the scoreline actually indicates now.
Yeah, Brittany Warren goes down for a shot, and she just misses it. She had a pretty good look there. Here's a backcourt violation from Midway. Good defense there from Warren to cause the turnover.
Yeah, great pressure on the ball, way to come out with it, not afraid of putting that pressure on the person, and just mental mistake yet again.
Let's see if Gorby and Warren can start shooting some threes and extend this lead. That's what Asbury likes to do with these two into the game. And there's Gorby right on the wing. She fakes the three, she drives. Passes out to Reinhardt, who puts up a mid-range jump shot, and that's good.
That is good 15-footer from the baseline. Made it look easy, even though there was nothing to really work with.
Asbury 16, Midway 8, 11 minutes to play. It's been a close field game so far, but Asbury's led all the way.
Foul called away from the basket. Looks like there was a lane violation there.
3 seconds in the paint, maybe.
That's what I'm
Didn't see what happened, but I think that's probably what the call was.
We'll go with that. Either that or someone brought a banana peel onto the court. I always get those two calls confused.
Yeah. That old banana peel trick is it's illegal in basketball, for those of you who don't know.
Absolutely.
Timeout from Coach Price. He doesn't like the tempo his team's playing with right now. He's got to figure out a way to get around that defense with ease. that Midway full court press is causing a lot of problems and not allowing Asbury to get into the offensive rhythm they want to get into.
Very, very slow start. It just feels like they're struggling to get anything going, especially even just getting the ball across midcourt. I'd be excited to see after this timeout. I think he's just going to tell them, hey, start up in the tempo, start going faster. Going slow is what gets us in this mess in the first place. And then on the other side of things, I think Midway, it's just going to be encouragement, tell them to keep going, and eventually their shots are going to fall because they're getting good looks. They're just not able to put it in the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, Aaron, ever since the start of the game, Midway's done a good job of getting some steals and getting some good shots, but they're just not able to put them down.
Absolutely. Right now, Midway is shooting 28%, and Asbury a little better at 33%, but still, neither side is going to go home and be proud about this moment right now.
And here's Kylie Gorby on the wing. A three-pointer from Warren. She puts it up and no good. Rebound bounces out to Asbury. And Gorby resets the offense. Let's see if they can put some more points on the board.
They like this drive. It's another
bad pass from A.J. Lewis as looks like Reinhardt was the intended receiver. But she's not able to come away with it.
She's almost a victim on that play, I'd have to say. The ball came out of nowhere like a model airplane at a dog program. Open look at the three, wow.
Yeah, she passed it up, but she gets her own rebound. And there's Martinez, called for another travel. That's her second of the game, and she is not doing a very good job at controlling the ball right now.
Now you can definitely see the wheels are starting to come off the wagon. She's getting frustrated. These calls are going to be a lot quicker and a lot more often if she's not going to calm down.
And Martinez is a fighter. She's one of the players that Midway needs in this game, especially down by 8. They're going to have to keep her, but if she's turning the ball over like that, there's not going to be any chance for Midway to come away with a win.
Exactly.
And there's Katie Fletcher, almost losing control of the ball, and kicks it back out to Gorby. Here's Fletcher driving, puts up a shot. No good, but a foul called. Nice job from Fletcher to draw the foul.
I always enjoy the look of surprise after running someone over on the court. I'm sorry, that wasn't me.
And that foul is called on Christina Ostijic. And here's Katie Fletcher for 2. Puts it up and good.
You know, someone we haven't heard anything really about so far, only has 3 rebounds, and that's it, is Laswell on the part of Midway Eagles. She actually just crossed the 1,000 point club for the team in her career. Done a great job this season, but tonight so far been quiet.
Yeah, it's been a great career for Laswell at Midway. This is her senior season, and with an 11-12 record, it might come to an end early, but it's been one heck of a career for Laswell.
Exactly. She's done her team proud so far.
Here's Jasmine Johnson back into the game. She's quick, but Warren does a good job of catching up behind her. I didn't hear any wolf calls from the Midway bench.
Exactly. That was incredible. She just sped up there. That was like someone said there was free ice cream on that ball.
You know, Aaron, if it's one thing I know about being an Asbury student, it's that our communications program is really good as Midway puts in an easy basket. So I know a lot about communication. And Midway, that's one of their flaws right now, is they're not communicating on the court.
Absolutely. It's been quiet. You don't see anything really. The only thing you hear from Midway side is just the coach voicing his frustration right now. That's the only type of talking I've seen so far in a black jersey.
There's a foul on number 24, Kelsey Carmack. That's her first foul of the game. And we've got the starting lineup back in here for the Asbury Eagles. And there's a drive on the baseline for Katie Fletcher. She's able to get it out. There's Warren for a 3, puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to Khalid Whiteside. Nice hustle on her end.
Whiteside with a great rebound, but that original shot that time by Warren, she hesitated. She caught the pass and waited, and that really threw off her whole entire shot rhythm.
And there's Savannah Taylor who puts up, not sure what that was. I think she was trying to draw a foul, but Whiteside gets the rebound and passes out to Fletcher for the 3. And that's good. And Khalid Whiteside, I'm not sure if that's going to go down as an offensive rebound or a pass on the part of Katie Fletcher. or not Katie Fletcher, excuse me, Savannah Taylor, but either way, Asbury gets 3 points out of it.
It's a good question. It looks like she just kind of laid it up there and just wanted to hang out with it, give herself her own pass or assist.
And just a second ago, you saw the hops of A.J. Lewis getting the net unstuck from the rim. Here's a drive from Midway. Puts it up, no good, but no shot on the foul. That's going to be on Savannah Taylor. That's her first foul of the game.
We'll slow down the process. Up to 3 fouls for Asbury and 5 against Midway.
Here's another steal for Asbury. Good job to get to the floor and get the ball. And there's Warren, puts up a shot and good. Nice job getting around the defense and getting that shot up.
That was nice movement, especially through that traffic. She did a great job.
And here's Martinez. She's been turnover prone. Let's see if she can hang on to the ball this time. There's Martinez up for a shot. Nice jumper from Martinez.
Great shot from the free throw line. Quick elevation, had plenty of space to work with. Nice job. Looks like she's doing herself some favors.
Here's Katie Fletcher driving. Puts up a crazy shot. She wanted to pass it to Whiteside, but it wasn't there. She puts up a shot and gets fouled.
Just chuck it up there. That's what they tell you. If you're not going to make it, you're going to get fouled. Might as well get some free throws out of it.
And let's just see if she can knock the free throws down.
It's kind of amazing. You know, earlier before the game, we talked about the height advantage that Asbury enjoys. We talked about how big of a deal that's going to be. But right now, Asbury is trailing in the rebound department, 16 to 10. I don't know how they are. They're taking these long shots from the outside, or having long rebounds, and they're not going to help themselves out with anything underneath.
Here's Fletcher for the second free throw. Puts it up and bounces around and goes in. Got a substitution in here for Asbury. That's Cassidy Flynn coming in for Brittany Warren. Excuse me. That's not Warren exiting the game. But Cassidy Flynn still came in. Here's Jasmine Johnson. She likes to drive to the basket. She kicks it out for a nice jumper.
Good.
That's Stephanie Lewis on the jumper. And lately, Asbury's done a good job of getting past that full court pressure as Khalil Whiteside puts it up for the and one. Miranda Roan holding her hands up, not sure what she did there.
That was difficult. I know she tried to get out of the way, but she did just clip her ankles on the way through. It's always tough to accept those frustrating things.
Yeah, she got her hand stuck in the cookie jar there. Here's Whiteside for the and one opportunity. It's no good, but an offensive rebound for Asbury. They've been doing a good job of getting those offensive boards today. And 3 seconds in the lane called on Khalil Whiteside. She stood in there too long, and that's a turnover. Midway takes control. 7.5 minutes left to play. Asbury leads Midway 27-14 in the battle of the Eagles and the battle of Coach Price's. And so far, Asbury's winning this battle as there's another rebound for Khalil Whiteside. She's done a great job on the boards, Aaron.
She's done excellent underneath, definitely finding a good space and up to 4 rebounds already.
And there's another offensive board for Whiteside. She gets thrown to the ground. And that foul's going to go on Midway.
Yes, tenacity getting in there. You can start to see the, it's almost like a fatigue factor right now. Midway just looks tired, like they're trying to keep up, and Asbury has plenty of fresh bodies coming off the bench to make this interesting.
And you got to love the hustle from Khalil Whiteside. She gets the defensive rebound on the other end and hustles down to get the offensive board. And for the 1-and-1 opportunity, Whiteside misses the first one. And there's Cassidy Flynn with the on-ball pressure on Jasmine Johnson. She stops her drive, but Johnson puts it up. And another rebound for Whiteside. Good defense there from Cassidy Flynn. And Brittany Warren slows down the Asbury offense.
If they're trying to milk this clock a bit, make this halftime come up a little bit quicker.
Katie Fletcher fakes a three. There's Warren. She's driving, kicks it back out to Fletcher, puts it up. No good. air ball from Katie Fletcher. And that's not what we like to see here.
Finding her place on the inside, good inbound. This full court press is definitely making it hard.
Yeah, Asbury's full court press and even their half court defense has done a great job of causing turnovers as they make that shot difficult there. Bodies fly to the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession goes to Asbury.
First jump ball of the game.
Good job on the defensive end for the Asbury ladies. They get their hands in there and swat at the ball. And we like to see them fall into the floor and showing some hustle for their school. That ball goes out of bounds off of Asbury. That's a good call by the referee. We were right there. We got as good a look as they did.
Just off the hands. And yet again, another turnover by Asbury. This time it's those lofting passes over the top. You know, they look good. The person looks open when you throw the ball, but if the ball's going to stay in the air that long, it gives everybody a chance to get under it.
And here's Martin with another turnover. She just does not know how to take care of the ball right now. And here's Savannah Taylor, puts up a shot, nice off the backboard for Savannah Taylor. And here's Martinez. She's quick, ladies and gentlemen. She puts up a shot no good, affected by Whiteside, and Whiteside comes down with the rebound.
She really nailed that quick crossover, broke some ankles along on the way in.
Yeah, Martinez just not having a good day on either end of the floor right now. But you know who is having a good day is Katie Fletcher. She's got 12 points. And there's an assist for her as Warren knocks down the three.
Nice effort. Fletcher right now leads both teams in scoring, and she actually has 12 points as a game leader.
Good hustle there from Cassidy Flynn to knock the ball out of bounds. Here comes A.J. Lewis and Kylie Gorby in for Savannah Taylor and Katie Fletcher.
I love watching Gorby play. She always has a really great intensity and always just right on her mark at all points of time.
And there's another great play by Cassidy Flynn on the defensive end as she knocks the ball out of bounds for a second time. And here's another steal from Asbury as Melissa Martinez is not able to take care of the ball. And it looks like Martinez is going to come out of the game again for Midway as coach does not like her turnovers. There's some of the pump fake and not sure what they call there.
Just a bit of a travel, I think, on the far referee's call.
Well, whatever it was, Midway takes control, and Martinez comes out of the game for Midway. And Jasmine Johnson comes in for her. She's not as quick as Martinez is, but as you see there, she's got a nice drive to the basket and knocks that one down over the extended arm of Khalil Whiteside.
Exactly. She takes all 5-5 of her coast to coast rather quickly.
And here's Gorby. She's got a funky shot, but she knows how to knock it down from three.
Exactly. It definitely looks worse than an ugly duckling, but somehow it finds the root every time.
Here's a nice drive by Warren. She puts it up no good. Whiteside comes down with another offensive rebound. Here's that shot from Gorby we were talking about. Bounces around, no good.
Wow.
And Midway comes down with the rebound.
Form is breathtaking.
Good job for A.J. Lewis to knock the ball away from behind. And there will be another jump ball to Midway. Gotta love the hustle from these Lady Eagles in purple right now.
Exactly.
Excuse me, purple and gray, I should say.
Both ends of the court, it's just excitement all over. A lot more speed is coming out of this one.
And Coach Jason Price with the Asbury Eagles has got to love the hustle that he's seeing out of his team right now. They're doing a great job as Whiteside blocks a shot down on the defensive end.
She's been good. She's been doing a great job with rebounds. It's going to be her second block of the night.
And there's a nice drive by Mackenzie Laswell as she gets the foul called, and she goes to the line for the and one opportunity. And Laswell, not a good free throw shooter, but of course the entire Midway team's not great at free throws. Laswell shooting at 66% on the year.
Yeah, it's not exactly what you'd hope for, but it's definitely better than the team average, at least. She helps them out there.
And you see that replay of Laswell, a nice drive to get under the defender and put it in the basket.
There's a good look at head coach Daniel Price for the Midway Eagles. Got plenty of basketball experience and IQ on him on that one.
There's a free throw for Laswell, no good, and Cassidy Flynn comes down with the rebound. And here's the offensive push for Asbury. And here's Bailey Brown taking the driver's seat for the offense. She kicks it out to Gorby and passes it around to Flynn. Her pass is tipped away, but Flynn maintains control of it. And Flynn's going to be called for a carry. That's a good call on the defensive end. She brought the ball above her hand.
You know, it's true. Even though pretty much every single dribble is a carry, you don't see it called very often.
Now, good job by Jasmine Johnson, but even better defense from Kelly Reinhardt.
Exactly. This game still feels close the entire time, but I think the difference is just that Asbury makes their shots.
There's some nice passes. There's a shot for Kelly Reinhardt. She knocks it down. Asbury 34, Midway 18. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left to play here in the Luce Center. We were talking, it's felt like a close game, but Asbury's had control all day long as another turnover for Midway.
Enjoying 16-point advantage right now. Definitely makes coaching decisions a lot easier in the second half whenever you can have this kind of an advantage.
Here's some more full court press from Midway. Let's see if Asbury can get out of it as quickly as they have been. And it looks like they will. They'll get out of it. Not without some trouble, though. There's Reinhardt for another jump shot. No good. Rebound from Gorby. She puts it up and she gets fouled. Nice job by Gorby to come from the three-point line and get the rebound and get the foul call.
Nice effort. Finally starting to challenge for some of those rebounds, and you can see how big of a difference it's already making.
Here's Gorby. Puts it up. And good. Kylie Gorby is definitely one of my favorite players on the team. I've got a class with her, and she is a delight to have in class.
Exciting, definitely. It's also great whenever she comes back to the booth and announces for the men's games as well. She has such great basketball knowledge and is very helpful as far as commentation goes.
Yeah, she does. I called a game with her last couple weeks ago. And so I've got to decide who's a better color commentator, you or Kylie Gorby. I'll let you know after the game, Aaron.
I'm okay with losing that battle if that's what it comes down to.
Here's a shot from Midway. No good. Rebound to Bailey Brown, and she's going to try to push the tempo. And she gets slowed down by Mackenzie Martinez. Excuse me, I keep calling her Mackenzie Martinez. It's Melissa Martinez.
No, I'll tell her you said that. She'll definitely take personal offense to it.
And here's some more scrum on the floor. And they're going to be another jump ball. And this time it's going to go to Asbury.
Wow, this is a lot of effort on the floor so far. You know, it's a good thing they have a basketball out there, or else you just thought it would be a wrestling match.
And there's a replay of the scrum on the floor. We got two Eagles, well, three Eagles, I guess. Both teams are the Eagles, but we got two Asbury Eagles and one Midway Eagle down on the floor. And let's see if Asbury can extend the lead to 20. Bailey Brown almost doesn't see that pass, but she corrals it in. And there's a nice post move from Kelly Reinhardt to get some space underneath the basket.
Good job.
That was an easy shot.
Just turns at the right moment, gets a hand on it, and the defense doesn't have a chance coming in behind.
And here's another drive to the basket, and no good.
Just takes a bit of a clobbering there and slides her way out of the lane.
Yeah, that's Mackenzie Laswell on the drive, and the shot was no good, but she gets a couple of free throws. That foul is on Kelly Reinhardt. That's her first of the game.
Laswell only has 2 points so far in the game. She has 6 rebounds. She's doing well on the boards, but yeah, very quiet offensively.
Here's the first free throw. Puts it up and good.
That is the first made free throw of the game for Midway, and we are 2 minutes outside of halftime.
Let's see if they can make that 2 made free throws on the game. And they don't, off the back of the iron. Looks like a lane violation on Asbury. Looks like A.J. Lewis, number 5, stepped in a little early.
Just got excited. I have the same problem. Every time they say it's pizza day in the cafeteria, just got to go
Oh,
there
man, I
early.
love it. You got to get in that line real quick.
Absolutely.
Here's more full court pressure from Midway. No problem for the Asbury Eagles. And a foul called on Kelly Reinhardt. She uses an illegal arm move down low.
I believe the illegal arm move she went with was actually claw when they were trying to choose paper, rock, scissors.
And here's a shot for Midway, no good. And more bodies fall to the floor, but Asbury comes away with it. That's Savannah Taylor. As Midway wants a carry or a travel there. Not sure which one they wanted, but they didn't get either one of them.
Whatever would give them the ball faster, I'm sure of it.
And there's Savannah Taylor driving. That's an easy shot. No foul call. Good defense. But Taylor comes away with the rebound, and she is battling down there. She's got 3 Midway Eagles on her, and she draws a foul underneath.
You know, as much as I love to see her effort underneath, she drove through, she found the opening, split the defense. She had no business taking that second or third shot, which she had 3 defenders on her, which means that she had 2 teammates open on the perimeter.
Yeah, Savannah Taylor is a battler out there for Asbury. She's the kind of player that can just go on a run, and she is fearless in the open court. Here come Warren and Whiteside into the game for the Asbury Eagles, and Jasmine Johnson into the game for Midway. As Mackenzie Laswell takes a seat. Here's Savannah Taylor for the second free throw. She puts it up, and no good. And rebound goes to Midway. Let's see if they can get something out of this fast break. As good defense from Whiteside, but the shot goes over. As Johnson gets a couple points for Midway.
1 minute left to go. Good to see if they go for 2 possessions here.
And Fletcher, no good, but Whiteside with another offensive board. She's done a great job down low today, as there's no match for her from the side of the Midway Eagles. And Khalil Whiteside goes up and no good. And here's Mackenzie Martinez. Let's see if she can hold on to the ball. She almost loses it. But good defense from Whiteside, but a foul called on her. And Martinez is going to the line.
Shoot 2. It's a good effort. She got the handle back after she lost it, but somehow able to collect it, go up for underneath.
Just over 30 seconds here to play. Well, 30.2 seconds to play in the first half. Asbury leads by 16. As Melissa Martinez, I got it right this time.
You did. Good for
looks
you.
to cut into the lead, and she can't. Bounces off the front of the iron. Maybe when I get her name wrong, maybe that'll help her out.
There you go.
Let's see if it happens. Here's Mackenzie Martinez. Well, it worked.
She listened to you.
I guess for the sake of Asbury, I'll call her Melissa Martinez, and for the sake of broadcasting, I'll get her name right every time. But
yeah, that'll probably help you out in the long term.
Nice to know I have the commentator touch. And here's Asbury. Looks like they've got 1 more second left on the shot clock than in the game clock, so they'll hold down for one final shot. And Warren looks to take control as a double screen up top comes out, and Warren drives to the basket. Nothing down there. 1 second left. Here's a shot from Fletcher. Puts it up, bounces in, and good. The buzzer beater for Katie Fletcher. And Asbury leads 40-23 going into the half.
That was beautiful effort at the buzzer. Artazak, goodness sakes, had so much trouble getting it through the lane. Turns around, finds the open woman. She takes it in herself. Wow, that was a good moment to close out the first half for Asbury, making this something memorable.
Yeah, if it's one thing that Asbury is good at, is driving down the lane, getting those easy baskets down low.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us so far in the first half of action. We'll be right back after this halftime. Going to have a few highlights from the first half, and then we'll be right here.
hasn't been a close game so far. Asbury's had control all the way. It's 40-23 here in Wilmore, Kentucky. And Asbury's just had a really tight grip on this game all the way down, didn't they?
Absolutely. It starts with the defense like we talked about before the game. Originally, it was going to be the Midway Eagles that are going to take over the defense, but this time it was Asbury taking it to them and having no trouble with the full court press whatsoever. Whenever Asbury does turn it over, though, it's always when they do these lofting passes over the top, and that gets them into a lot of trouble. Coming out of that halftime, what do you think each coach was telling their team?
Well, I think Coach Price of the Asbury Eagles, Coach Jason Price, he had to be really happy with the way his team hustled. I mean, you got Khalil Whiteside on Asbury, who's got a bunch of offensive rebounds and 11 offensive rebounds for Asbury total. And those second chance points are nothing but a result of the hustle that you get after a missed shot. And for the Midway Eagles, I've got to say, you got to take care of the ball. You got a lot of turnovers, and this Asbury team is really good at taking the ball away from them. And I got to say that Coach Daniel Price of the Midway College Eagles just referred to ball control all during halftime because they've lost the ball so much.
Yes.
And I can just about guarantee you, I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but I mean, if they had turned the ball over a lot less, they'd probably still be in this game. But as you can see, they are down by 17 points heading into the second half.
Now, you said they're down by 17 points. You know, they've had 15 turnovers that first half. So if each turnover didn't happen and you could turn it into 1 point, they would have
be down by 2, yeah.
Exactly. This game would be a lot closer.
I'm not sure if we've got a stat of, yeah, we do, a stat of second chance points. There's well, it looks like only 3 for Asbury. That doesn't seem right. But 5 points seems like a lot more with all those offensive rebounds. But 5 points off turnovers for Asbury. So even though Asbury's getting a lot of turnovers for us, we're not getting a lot of points off of those turnovers.
That's true. It's just been sloppy execution by both teams at both ends of the floor. You know, like they'll have spurts of doing something right, but then it'll just loosen up. Both teams are shooting roughly around 33, 34%. Just kind of, when you only make 1 out of every 3 shots, you know, you might win the game, but you're not going to feel good about it afterwards.
No, definitely not. You got to hit shots to win the game. But when both teams aren't hitting shots, it's just who can miss the less amount of shots.
Exactly. Well, as we take a moment before we start the second half of action, I'll introduce you to the Twitter question of the game. And that is, what 2 cities is Midway between? Hit me up on Twitter. That's at Acebon, A-C-E-B-O-H-N. And the question again is, what 2 cities is Midway between?
And Aaron, I'm going to give the audience a hint. Midway is halfway between 2 cities.
That is incredible.
So, and note the key word there is cities. I actually did give them a hint, as fun as it was, as Midway puts up a basket there. And it's 40-25, but yes, Midway is between 2 cities. I won't tell you which ones, because that's the answer to the question.
That's part of the process. But yeah, hit me up, Acebon, at Acebon, A-C-E-B-O-H-N. Love to hear from you and your thoughts and everything else you want to talk about during the game.
And there's another offensive rebound for Asbury. And a foul called on Midway. Another offensive rebound, that's number 12. That's a foul on Mackenzie Laswell. That's her first of the game. And here's Khalil Whiteside. Whiteside's been the one with all the offensive rebounds, and she is a huge mismatch down low. Katie Fletcher puts up a nice floater and drops it into the net.
Exactly. You see on the far side, they've actually rotated Kelsey Carmack as for Midway to try to guard underneath. But we'll see if it makes a difference here with Whiteside.
Well, Jasmine Johnson has the ball tipped away from her, but Melissa Martinez, I've been getting her name wrong all day long.
Just
just
write it down 25 times on your piece of paper. There's going to be a quiz on it later.
You see, Aaron, the tough thing is that I know a girl named Mackenzie Martinez. There's a block from Whiteside. And another good defensive play by Whiteside, but she gets a foul called on her.
I feel bad for you. I don't blame you at all. I'm terrible with names, and I'm glad you're the one that has to say the names right now.
Yeah, Carmack's going to the line for a couple free throws. Yeah, I mean, I know there's a girl that goes to school here at Asbury. Her name's Mackenzie Martin.
Yeah, see?
And I know Mackenzie Martin from high school, so it's just engraved into my brain. Carmack, first free throw, no good. I'll have to personally apologize to Melissa Martinez after the game and tell her that I got her name wrong, but hopefully I can fix that the rest of the way here. Here's the second one for Carmack. She drops it down. And here's some full court pressure from Midway. And a tip pass.
Over the top again.
And Midway takes control. And there's Martinez, misses a bunny down low.
Oh, those are the horrible shots when you're all alone by yourself, and just that's what happens.
And there goes Savannah Taylor, coast to coast. 4-point swing on that. Savannah Taylor just weaved in and out of that defense, and she put up a nice looking move to get to the lane. And she scored easily. Here's a 3-pointer from Midway. In and out, no good. Rebound to Savannah Taylor.
Now, Savannah Taylor is great at finding open space and driving hard. Even though she's taller, she's still good at getting down low to get through.
Here's Taylor again. Passing over to Whiteside, and Warren drives the baseline, puts it up. No good. Good defense there, but Warren gets her own rebound.
Trickled right back into her hands.
Coach Jason Price wanted a foul call. The fans did too, but they're not getting it. Nice move from Johnson, but didn't even get it all the way up to the rim. As there's A.J. Lewis falling to the floor. And let's see if Mark can put it in this time. She does.
Looked better. Good job on that one.
She went up a little bit slower that time.
Took her time. Didn't force the shot. That was nice.
And Asbury gets away from that pressure. Nice double move from Warren. And Warren had an easy lane to the basket, but slowed down by the man in stripes as she calls a foul on Carmack as she comes out of the game for Boyd, number 15.
A little bit of frustration as they come off to the side there. I think she just was, in her own way, encouraging the referee to seek proper medical attention for his eyesight checkups, proper intervals. That's all it was.
And Fletcher drives the basket. Shot doesn't going to count. That's going to be a foul on number 11. That's Laswell. That's her second of the game. Third foul in the half on Midway. And there's Taylor, puts up a shot. No good. Midway comes away with the rebound. And they push as Laswell goes up. Nice foul call on the referee as he gets the correct call, calling the block out there on Lewis of Asbury.
You know, that's something incredibly unique about basketball. It's a game of quickness, agility, but then there's a certain moment where it's a train wreck underneath.
Yeah, and there's the replay as you see both players fall to the floor, and Lewis not too happy with the call there.
Someone just stole her Halloween candy. That's what that face expression was, honestly. Now you're in the huddle, and so far, you know, we've seen a lot of substitutions. Both teams are making those efforts, but honestly, just points off the bench have been really hard to come by. Pretty much all the starters are making majority of the baskets. Asbury only has 8 points. Midway only has 4 from the bench. So, I mean, how do you get your team going if you're not getting any help from your support players?
Who knows? The seniors got to step up. I mean, Midway, they don't have a lot of experience on the bench, and all of their experience is in players like Mackenzie Laswell and Melissa Martinez. But so far, they haven't played well, especially in the hand of Martinez. She's got 7 points, but she's got a lot of turnovers. And if you're not getting a lot of production from your senior leaders, then you're probably not going to get a lot of production from your bench.
Absolutely.
Here's Laswell for the free throw. She puts it up, and no good. Taylor comes down with the rebound. And Taylor loses the ball. That's going to be out of bounds off of Midway. The Midway crowd doesn't like it. But of course they're not going to.
No, this is great. This whole entire crowd is separated right down the middle of the court. Midway and Asbury, and you can tell where the groans are coming from based on the call.
Here's Asbury moving the ball around. There's Whiteside, kick out to Fletcher. Kick out to Lewis, pump fakes back to Fletcher. And good job by Midway. That 2-3 zone's working for them. Lewis puts up a 3, no good. Rebound by Savannah Taylor, no good.
She gets fouled again on the way in.
And Aaron, another offensive rebound for the Asbury Eagles.
It's kind of amazing right now. They're doing these drives through. Defense is slow to react, and in turn, that means they're going to foul. That's just putting themselves down deeper.
Here's Taylor for the free throw, no good. Savannah Taylor, usually one of the better free throw shooters.
Exactly. She helps the team average overall, but tonight having a little bit of struggles.
There it goes. Bounces around the rim, dances a little bit. got tired and went down the net. Nice pass, but another easy shot missed by Midway.
So
And
frustrating.
the coaches on the bench do not like it. One of the coaches stamped his foot on the ground, and he is not happy. As his team, I mean, they're executing pretty well here in the second half, but they're not able to get the shots down.
They're definitely running the right plays. They're definitely having the right defense. It's just baskets are hard to come by right now.
Nice drive by Savannah Taylor as she adds to her point total.
She is definitely taking over the second half. Taylor coming in on 11 points now, finally cracking the double digits.
Yeah, that's a double-double. She's got 10 rebounds to go along with that 11-point total. And there's Martinez. She puts up a shot. Looks like she got hit on the hand, but no foul call. And Asbury's going to come away with it. And there's Savannah Taylor, another basket.
She is on every side of this court right now, definitely doing an excellent job.
Now, we talked about Taylor earlier today, and we talked about how she can just absolutely dominate. Nice block from Whiteside.
Wow.
The crowd likes to see that. And here's Lewis. Nice shot fake.
That was
Under the
great.
basket.
Whiteside, goodness sakes. That's her 4th or 5th block of the game so far. She is coming awake underneath that hoop.
Whiteside looking like Anthony Davis from Kentucky a couple years ago. Got to get my Kentucky reference
There's your
in.
Kentucky reference. You did well.
But Whiteside, not a lot of shot blocks in the women college game, but Whiteside's done a great job here today.
Absolutely. You know, as good as these Midway girls have been so far in this game, it's actually kind of incredible that they are completely undefeated against every men's team Midway has ever sponsored.
That's true. Yeah, and also, I mean, you know, the Midway men's teams, they've never lost.
That's true. They've also
Yeah.
been undefeated.
Yeah, if you don't catch the joke, Midway is an all-girls school. So obviously their men's team haven't won any games. Kind of like Asbury's football team, who they have never lost, undefeated since 1890. We take a lot of pride in our football team here.
Exactly.
Because we have never lost a game in the history of our school in the sport of football. We are very proud of that.
That's
Unfortunately, we can't say the same about basketball. But today, with 15 minutes, 28 seconds left, Asbury's got a 21-point lead. And hopefully this team's not going to blow this big lead here tonight.
Exactly. You're seeing Whiteside take a breather on the bench. And this is the kind of thing that you dream of as a coach. You've already got the victory, and you're going to start putting in some younger players, get some experience, help yourself out for next year as well.
Yeah, you see Gorby and Kelly Reinhart enter the game for the Eagles. And Midway is going to stay with their starting lineup, with the exception of Boyd, number 15. And foul called. That's on Warren. That's her first foul of the game. Here comes Lewis into the game for Miranda Roan.
Definitely the fouls piled up a lot quicker in the second half than they did in the first half. Only about 5 minutes gone, and both teams are sitting on 4 apiece.
Nice passes here from Midway. See if they can get a good shot. There's one from Johnson. No good. Rebound. Foul called on Midway. And these coaches are not happy with that. That foul is on Boyd. That's her 3rd foul of the game.
You know, a lot of that is it's just hard to get some traction going. It's just hard to set up a play whenever you're getting called for fouls again and again. And it's just frustrating, especially for coaches, to see their plays not get executed well.
Nice pass there from Warren, but not a very good shot from Lewis. Midway looks like they had a steal on that, but they slowed down. And there's Savannah Taylor, puts up a nice shot. That ball just rolled up on the top of the rim.
Nice.
And Savannah Taylor is on fire right now.
It's a great fingertip touch to get it over the top.
And there's Melissa Martinez drawing the foul. Got her name right that time.
There you go. Congratulations. How's it feel?
Feels good. Aaron, we got any answers on the Twitter question yet?
You know, so far, Twitter question has been unanswered, but that just means that it gives you a chance to answer it. Midway College is midway between 2 cities. You name the cities, We'll give you some props here on the air. That's to hit me up on Twitter at Acebon, A-C-E-B-O-H-N. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you also just want to tell Sam and I how we are the greatest announcers that you've ever heard in your entire lifetime, I am looking at you, Al Michaels. Thank you. Brent Musburger as well.
Nice up and under move. Yeah, maybe ESPN's watching this game.
I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they've got access, and maybe they'll give us a call and hire both of us as the ball rolls around and Eagles fly to the floor on both sides because both teams are the Eagles.
The Eagles soared.
I'm sure both these teams keep falling to the floor going after the ball, both Eagles teams are going to be sore.
Absolutely,
with a different spelling, an S-O-R-E, sore.
Soaring Eagles. You should be very proud of yourself right there.
I am. A nice pass down low to Reinhardt, but good defense from Boyd to knock it away.
It was great.
And the Midway coaches are loving the effort. They're down by 21.
It still feels like a dogfight. They're getting in there and getting effort everywhere around the court. Good movement down low, but it's
ball out of bounds to Midway.
Exactly. Man, that definitely quieted down the crowd a bit here after all the action.
Yeah, it's been a quick second half. It's 13 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game as Asbury leads 53-32. Here's a shot. Good. Johnson with the jumper.
Deep two-pointer finally gets things going.
And this full court press from Midway has slowed this Asbury attack down a little bit, but not able to force any turnovers as Warren drives and gets fouled.
Time again. After this game, Asbury only has 3 games remaining on its regular season schedule. 2 of those are away. First at Indiana University Southeast in New Albany, Indiana, and then Brescia University in Owensboro, Kentucky, before they finish out the season here at home against Alice Lloyd College. So this game and the next 2 are going to be incredibly important moving into the end of the season.
Yeah, there's a replay there as you can see some good defense getting the hand in there on the ball as it goes out of bounds. I'm not sure where the foul came from though, as that looks to be a clean strip on the side of Midway, but Warren goes and shoots some free throws and misses both of them. Nice pass down low to Boyd, and she's not able to put it up.
Well, you shouldn't be too surprised. Whenever you're dealing with a group of birds in a room, especially Eagles, there's nothing that's not foul about it.
Oh.
I apologize for that choke. It was
a good one, Aaron.
It was rather punishing. I apologize.
Oh, good one. Here's a shot, no good.
It's all right, I'll be done for a while.
I'm trying to think of one, but I can't think of anything right now.
So I'll write them down, and then you can read them later.
Yeah, I'm sure our producer, Sheridan Swathwood, is not liking the jokes right now. I'm sure she wants us to get back to game action. But with Asbury leading by 19 here, it's kind of hard to find some talking points in the game, as that ball doesn't even hit the rim.
Good box out underneath, though.
As there's the coach for Midway, and he is not happy. He's just got to find something that his team's doing right, as they trail big time.
It's hard to build on. And you know, it's always easy to blame it on being the away team or saying, you know, you're not on home court. But Midway is only about 20 minutes down the street from here, so this is not exactly a far road trip for them.
And there's a shot from Katie Fletcher. She puts it up no good. And Midway slows down the offensive attack. And they speed it back up. There's Melissa Martinez, puts up a shot, no good. She has been a little out of control today as she falls to the floor. Gotta love the hustle on her end, but it's just not turning into positive notes for her coach.
Great effort there on the floor yet again. This wrestling match continues, but somehow that one trickles out in the corner.
Here comes Christina Ostijic into the game for Roan. Let's see if Asbury can push the lead up over 20 as Kylie Gorby takes the driver's seat of the Asbury offense. Shot clock running down under 5. Got to get a shot off. There's Lewis over to Gorby. She's going to have to put something up real quick. She gets it off in time and no good.
Off the front of the rim. No, I didn't think she was going to get that one away.
And Gorby's got that quick shot release, but she just wasn't able to put it down. Nice pass from Johnson.
Wow, nice job by Johnson. That was such a nice look away from where the pass was going. Curls it around the defense. Great effort. She's one of the good MVPs on this team right now.
Yeah, Johnson's definitely been a bright spot for Midway, as I'm sure their coach, Daniel Price, is going to have to look for the little bit of bright spots from this game today. As they've played tough, they've executed well, they just haven't been able to knock the shots down. And here's a steal for Martinez. She's quick, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if she can put it in, and she does.
And one. Nice job
for Martinez.
That was, wow, that was an incredibly lazy foul. There's no dressing that one up. She was already beat. There's no way she's going to get to the ball. She just slaps the person. Doesn't even make sure she doesn't make the shot. It was just kind of sloppy play.
And there's some life has been injected into this Midway team. The fans like it, the coaches like it, and it's players like Martinez that are going to have to help this Midway team get back into the game.
Absolutely. Martinez, man, for being all over the court and being announced so many times, she only has 7 points right now in the ball game. A lot of that has to do with, I hate to say it, but she's just been unlucky. Dear goodness, hitting a lot of awkward shots, a lot of off-balance jumpers, and they're just not going to fall as long as you're hoping for the best when you're filling it up.
And a lot of turnovers. The turnover total right now for Midway is at 15. They've done a good job this half of taking care of the ball.
You're right, that first half was absolutely abysmal. And we talked about this a lot, how Asbury's, started off really strong and done well in that first half, but this second half, it's been 15-13 advantage to Midway, and it's actually been them being on top right now. So kudos to them for keeping it close, but just wonder if it's enough to keep it in between.
And they still trail by 15.
Both teams scoring a large chunk of points from inside the paint. We've mentioned this at the beginning of the game, but that drive inside, kick outside, trying to wait for the rebounds, that's both teams playing on the game plan.
Here's Martinez up to the line. Melissa Martinez puts it up and no good. Again, I call her name right and she misses the shot. Not sure what's going on there.
You have magical powers that you knew nothing about before this moment.
Yeah, it's not even the announcer's correction. That's going to be an over and back on Asbury. Sloppy play as the Midway team is taking control in the second half, even though they trail. But they have played a lot better than they have in the first half. And the coaches, despite being down 15, they've got to love the effort their players are putting forth right now.
Jason Price, especially coach of Asbury's women, he is guarantee you right now he's going to be doing passing drills
Yes,
and passing drills at practice tomorrow.
A nice screen for Midway as Martinez puts up a shot, and she does not have the luck of the Irish today. That ball goes in and out, and Eagles fly to the floor again. And I'm not sure what the call is going to be. Midway wants a push. I don't blame them. It looked pretty blatant. And there it is. I don't know about that. Katie Fletcher might have gotten away with one there.
That was a better angle from that reverse side. It looks like both players just going for the loose ball, and one just ended up getting a bit much of it. The other player as well. Toss over top again. Made awkward and out of bounds.
Right side not able to corral that one in. And if it's been anybody for Asbury with good hands today, it's been Whiteside with all those offensive rebounds. And here's Molly Harlan for Asbury. We haven't seen her today. She's number 4. She's going to get some playing time. And look at that. She comes away with a loose ball and passes it over to Warren for the 3.
That was a quick steal and assist. Well, nothing like less than a minute on the court, putting stats in 2 different categories.
Not even able to get her feet wet. And she gets right into the game action and makes an impact. I'm sure Molly Harlan's got to be excited about that. And here's Martinez. She's so quick. And she drives the basket and gets her shot blocked. But ball is corralled by Ostijic. And she puts it in. And here's a steal. And a nice block from Warren.
Just slapped away. Goodness sakes, all these Ugly passes over the top.
And that was not an ugly pass there from Taylor. She finds Whiteside wide open under the basket.
10.5 left to go here.
And a travel on Ostijic. Another turnover.
You know, I think I know why
Midway.
Ostijic's had so many turnovers so far because of travels. Basically, every single turnover she's had has been a travel. I think it's just the relative difference of the court here. Another toss over the top, almost gets picked off.
Nice drive to the lane by Warren, but she misses it. Another offensive rebound for Whiteside. And Asbury slows down the offense as Coach Jason Price probably just wants to run some clock as they lead by 18. And Taylor drives to the lane, puts it up, no good. She falls to the floor, but she's all right. Taylor is just a monster driving to the basket.
No, she looks like she's just done this so many times she got tired after that last one and just wanted to sit down.
Yeah, there's a replay of the foul.
And there's the job.
Good job by our camera operators up there. Getting the foul on replay.
Big kudos and appreciation to the entire crew working this game, doing an excellent job. Every single facet of the facility.
A completely student-run crew for this game. As if you're watching and you do not attend Asbury, this is one of the opportunities that you could get. If you come, you could be a part of our crew as we look to broadcast some basketball games and baseball. And a turnover for Ostijic, as there's a turnover for her that's not a travel as she steps over the line on the inbounds pass.
Hey, finally, mix it up a little.
And a nice inbounds pass and a foul call. And Taylor's going to the line for more.
Oh, just flying in there. That's amazing.
And Taylor's laughing on the free throw line. She goes back to the free throw line. It seems like time and time again. Or as my French teacher would say, temps on temps.
Say that again. Say it like you mean it.
Temps on temps.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm going to grade you on that. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Accent. No, I
Just
appreciate that you knew that.
Don't
though.
tell my professor.
I'll be sure.
Here's Taylor. And it's good.
Well, that was good. And like my Spanish teacher used to say, give me $5 and I won't check your homework.
What happened to those professors?
I don't know.
The
Hushed tones around the water cooler, and I'm sure a police discussion is involved.
Here's Johnson going to the line. Johnson, only a freshman from Dunville, Kentucky, out of Casey County. And she's been a pretty good player here today for Midway. She's definitely a bright spot for the future, as it looks like they are not going to have a postseason. But Johnson looks like to be a bright spot. As you can see there, she's a freshman from Dunville, Kentucky.
She does well. She's very good, very quick, has a good court vision. She sees the openings everywhere they are.
And here's Taylor for a three. She knocks it down.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
The basket is about as big as an ocean right now for Savannah Taylor. And here's a three for Midway, no good. And a foul called. That's Lewis.
Just gets a little bit of a back rub there. That's all that was.
And both teams are in the bonus. And this can make for a long 9 minutes and 41 seconds. And here's Molly Harlan. She had the steal and the assist as soon as she came into the game. Let's see if she can add some points. She puts it up, and good. There's Carmack into the game for Midway. Coming in for Roan. And here's Harlan for the second free throw. Puts it up, knocks it down. 66-40. Asbury leads by 26. Just over 9.5 left to play at the Luce Center. And another steal, it looks like. And that's Harlan getting her hands in on the action.
She is definitely doing a great job off the bench. Quick hands.
And Taylor wanted to take the three, but the defense closed out quick. And there's Whiteside doing some down low magic, and she's not going to be able to get anything. And there's Harlan goes for three. She puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to Midway.
Starting to just take shots from wherever they feel like now. I don't feel like the game plan is in
Good steal from Warren.
Oh, that just
and
hurts.
there's Katie Fletcher, and she puts it up. Nice find by Warren to see the running Fletcher down the court. And another steal from Asbury. That's Whiteside.
Wow.
And Asbury is taking complete control of this game as Midway, they look to be playing a little better there with about 15 left to play, but they are down by 28 right now.
Yeah.
And Asbury is just manhandling them, or woman-handling them, I guess you could say.
There you go. Way to not be sexist.
Yeah. And the ball is lost, but recovered by Taylor. And she finds Harlan over there, and Harlan shot goes in and out, but she was out of bounds.
And, you know, congratulations to Asbury for just, you know, executing, capitalizing on this turnover. Man, this has got to be frustrating as a coach just to see 21 turnovers on the game so far. There's still 8 minutes left to go.
Nice drive by Johnson. There's a small cheer from the Midway crowd. They've been silenced here today. And a foul on Boyd as Warren will go to the line.
Boyd picking up her 4th foul now.
You know, Aaron, I'm wondering with the big lead in the game for Asbury, I'm wondering if we'll see the Warren twins in the game at the same time eventually.
Yeah, that is exciting. They really know where each other are on the court the entire time. It's actually really exciting. I love seeing siblings play. I got to play with my brother in high school and the soccer team, and that was a good experience. I love seeing that kind of dynamic. You just kind of know where the other person is.
Now, Brittany Warren right there. Got a twin sister, Haley Warren, who doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but they are both very sweet girls, and we love having them here at Asbury. And another offensive rebound. And speaking of twins playing, we hope that you don't tune out of our game, but right now,
I knew it was coming.
Kentucky Wildcats are facing the LSU Tigers with the Harrison twins for Kentucky, and another offensive rebound. For those of you taking the time to watch our game and not the UK game, Kentucky leads 60-50 over the Tigers right now. So thank you for tuning into this great Asbury matchup here and not tuning in to the UK game. We appreciate your viewership.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to say it.
And that was just an excuse for me to check the score of the UK game. But I'm sure a lot of you out there that are watching are wondering the same thing, as both these teams are from Kentucky, which reminds me, Aaron, any answer on Twitter yet?
You know, there has been no correct answer so far, so I think it's time to reveal tonight's answer to Midway College being midway between what 2 cities? Can you name either of them?
Well, the first one is the home of the University of Kentucky, so that'll be Lexington.
Yeah.
And the second city, I believe, is the capital of Kentucky, which is Frankfort.
That's right, the hot dog indeed. You are correct, my good sir.
Another block from Whiteside, as she looks good down low. But another basket for Midway, which is midway between Lexington and Frankfort.
There you go. That's how they got their name.
There's the fun fact of the day. And it's also an all-girl college.
So they're sexist against men is what you're saying.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes.
And another turnover from Melissa Martinez. And another rebound for Whiteside.
You know, going back to that shot just a moment ago by 33, Christina Ostichik, she did a great layup, that right hand. She had the space. She just didn't square her body, and that's why the ball just goes off the front of the rim. She has a good physical presence, but she's just not able to get all the way around on that shot.
And a timeout for Midway College. They trail by 25 with 6.5 left to play here in Wilmore. And Aaron, in a situation like this, and your team's down 25, it's happened before. Teams have come back from this kind of deficit, but the way these teams are playing now, it doesn't look like Midway has a shot to come back. So as the coach of Midway, what are you looking for the rest of the game?
Absolutely. See, these kind of things are frustrating, to say the least, obviously. Everyone's down. Everyone's upset. You see the sunken heads. Everyone's just kind of sad, depressed, whatever, just want to get out of here. It's important. This is the time where you build your character. This is the time that, you know, it is awful, it is embarrassing, but this is the time that really shows you who the leaders are on your team, who you can depend on. And this is when you dig down deep and you just kind of execute. You do what you know you need to do. It's not fun. It's not pleasant. It's like paying bills, but it's something you got to do.
And Midway's got 4 freshmen on their team, Jasmine Johnson, number 00, and as well as Stephanie Lewis, Kamari Boyd, and Courtney Pfister. And I'm sure that they'll like to get some playing time. The only one we haven't seen in the game yet is Courtney Pfister, the freshman from Mount Washington, Kentucky. In games like this, the freshmen that don't get a lot of playing time end up getting some PT there at the end, and looks to be a building block for the future for Midway, hopefully, as they hope to just gain some more experience for the younger players that they've got on their team.
Absolutely. It gives a lot of rotation, and Asbury with such a ridiculously deep bench, this finally gives them a chance to access some of those younger players.
But Midway stays with some of their key players into the game, maybe just trying to cut into the lead a little bit before putting in the reserves.
Yeah, it's also good to get some team chemistry going here in the late game.
And out there for Asbury, first time we've seen Sarah Stickland today. That's number 10. She's got the ball right now. And another turnover for Asbury. Looks to be another 3 seconds in the lane call.
You know, I don't think I've seen that the rest of the games I've played or commentated this entire season, and then tonight I've seen that 3 times.
Either that or we just could be wrong about what they're calling.
No, it's impossible. We are kind of perfect.
Yeah.
I want you to know that.
And here's another steal, and here's Whiteside. Let's see if she dunks it. No dunk, but a nice layup. Still counts for 2 points.
That's surprising. I thought she definitely was going to dunk at that time.
71-44. Asbury leads by 27 here.
Even brought out that small trampoline onto the court for her. She didn't use it.
And here's some post play from Boyd. Nice shot, but no good.
Great spin move. Unable to capitalize.
Ball out on Whiteside. Midway maintains control. Here's Roan coming in back into the game as Boyd exits for Midway. And there's a nice shot of Coach Daniel Price. As a three-pointer knocks down for Midway, finally, it's about time they get something going for them.
Good play up.
Here's Kylie Gore with that funky shot, but she knocks it off the back of the iron. It doesn't go down for her. And there's Martinez. She's been doing a better job of controlling the ball lately, but it hasn't mattered as the team still trails. And another rebound for Whiteside. That's rebound number 14 for Khalil Whiteside, and she is controlling the boards.
It's really impressive for her especially, man.
Full timeout on the court.
Keeping it interesting with just under 5 minutes left to go. And we talked about this a little while, about the upcoming schedule for Asbury, but all the other things, you know, what do you kind of see going into this postseason? What is something you can expect from Asbury?
You know, I expect Asbury to come out with the punch in the mouth aspect. I mean, their coach is a punch in the mouth player. Talking about Jason Price, as you see there in the huddle. But they have a really nice punch in the mouth aspect to their team. That full court press, you know, they just like to come out, punch you in the mouth, get some turnovers, and play like that when they're peaking like this against a team like Midway. I mean, Midway's 11-12 on the season, but to beat any team by this amount is got to say something good about your team and the way your defense is playing. So hopefully the Asbury can carry this defensive momentum into the playoffs and make some noise.
Absolutely. On the flip side of things, you got Midway at home against Cincinnati Christian next, and then home again against Alice Lloyd before wrapping things up on the road at Indiana University Southeast. So 2 of the same 3 teams that Asbury plays, except 2 out of their 3 are at home as opposed to Asbury's 2 out of 3 on the road.
And still about the same rotation in for both teams. As there goes Khalil Whiteside, almost loses control of the ball. And let's see if Asbury runs down the clock as far as they can go. Looks like they're going to, and they lose it.
Ooh.
And there goes Martinez. And she puts up a shot, no good. Just not a good day for Martinez.
That's so frustrating. I'd love to say that I've had a night like that, but that would require me to actually make some baskets and have expectations of me in basketball as well.
Yeah, she's definitely played better than me and you have tonight, that's for sure. That's about the only thing that we can say. But some nights you just don't have it.
That's right.
Right now we've got an upset alert in men's Division I college basketball. Khalil Whiteside misses the first free throw. My Kentucky Wildcats currently trailing LSU 64-60 with 7:47 in the second half, if any of you were wondering. But let's get back to the Asbury action as Whiteside knocks down the free throw. And here comes the Asbury pressure offense as they just want to slow down and run this clock out. But they go for a quick basket, and they don't get it. And there's Martinez, goes up for another shot, and rolls off the rim and no good. But she's going to the line for a couple.
She is hanging on to that edge. So frustrating, man. Man, if she was going to have half of her shots drop tonight, definitely be the leading scorer right now.
Here's Melissa Martinez for free throw number 1. She puts it up, and it's good.
Man, just a quick recap. Looking at the shots, both teams have shot 64 times in this ball game. And Midway is only 32% of those shots. Asbury is hitting 38%.
Yeah, not good percentages for either team. A day that both teams would like to forget about, especially Midway. Asbury's going to come away with a win here tonight, hopefully. But neither team's shooting very well at all today, Aaron.
No, you can't feel good about this. It doesn't matter if you come out of here with a win. It's you can't build on it. There's nothing exciting about it. It's just kind of somebody had to win because there was a lot of losing going on.
Gotta say the bright spot today for Asbury, if anything, other than the margin of victory that has yet to be determined, is the 53 rebounds. And 20 of those rebounds have been offensive rebounds.
That is an incredible number. And that, you know, it sounds impressive that they had that many rebounds, but at the same time, that just means they had that many misses to get a rebound from. So it all depends on what angle you look at it from.
Yeah, if you look at that, they've got 40 missed shots, it looks like. And that means that they've got about half of those. That's a pretty good percentages there to get half of your missed shots.
Yeah, you can take some good positives away from that one. Yeah, numbers can mean anything you want to. You know, just take a few minutes to
wipe up the court there. Not sure what was on the floor, but it looks like they got it all cleaned up. And there's an applause for Khalil Whiteside as she cleaned up the court for us.
You know, I think that was my fault, honestly. I was eating some Cheerios.
Oh, come on, Aaron.
Well, I like to mix them with alphabets, so that was my problem. I spilled them a little bit on the court. I was reading into my cereal a bit, and then I just spilled it. So glad they finally got that picked up for me.
I'm surprised that that's been out there all game with no repercussions. They haven't noticed it. Maybe that's been what's distracting Midway here today. The Cheerios on the court as they trail 74-49. There's a basket there for Asbury.
That's probably Martinez. That's why she was missing the shots. I apologize.
And Khalil Whiteside, some good defense. Ball tipped out of bounds at Midway. I don't know about that one, but referee can't take back his call.
A little tough to see, at least from our angle, as far as the hands all jumbled together there.
And there goes Whiteside. This will probably be the last time we see her today. She had one heck of a game.
Absolutely. Coming away with 16 rebounds, 7 points, man.
That's incredible.
That is some Akeem Olajuwon type numbers from underneath. That's good.
And Midway right now looks like they just got to find out some offensive rhythm as Johnson misses a shot off the front of the iron. Here's some fast-paced play from Asbury, but Brittany Warren airmails it over Katie Fletcher.
Yeah, yet again, still having trouble nailing down these tosses over the top. Just not doing anybody any good right now.
And Midway, all they can do right now is just hope that they can decrease the margin of victory for Asbury. That's a good job by Clee Whiteside down low, but Midway comes away with a second offensive rebound. And here's a three for Laswell. She puts it up and in.
Wow, Laswell finally coming through. She's been quiet so far today. That gives her 13 points on the day, but those were an incredibly quiet 13.
That gives Midway fans something to cheer about in this lopsided game right now. Got to find the bright spots in situations like these. Here's Gorby with that crazy shot. She knocked one down. Kylie Gorby knocks down a three and extends the lead back to 25. The Midway coaches probably aren't happy about Asbury shooting some threes this late in the game. But if you want to stop them, you got to defend them.
Exactly. Can't complain about it if it's kicking you in the teeth.
And there's Warren with a missed shot. Rebound to Boyd. Got to say, not entirely sure why Asbury's just not slowing the ball down and taking their time. They got a 25-point lead with just over 2 minutes left to play. And they don't have anything to lose. But you got to think that Coach Jason Price would want them to slow it down and try to prevent some injuries as we head into the postseason.
Yeah, they're already assured the victory. They might as well just get the reserves out there, get the starters on the bench, relax a bit.
Yeah, get the bench players some playing time. I'm sure they'd like to see that. And here's Gorby as she slows it down. And there's Savannah Taylor, number 2. She's had a good game today. And Reinhardt gets fouled down low.
Wow. I think she forgot to take off the sign that said free piggyback rides before that one.
That's a foul on Laswell. And here's Reinhardt at the line. She drops the first one down. And here comes number 25, Anicia Wood, in for Katie Fletcher. We haven't seen Anicia Wood yet today, so good to see her out there on the court getting some PT.
Absolutely. She always wears the most fun socks. That's what she has such a good time.
She's got those neon yellow, neon green look like socks.
Yeah.
They're distracting me, I gotta say. Maybe they'll distract the Midway offense.
There you go.
Maybe that's her plan when she puts on those crazy socks.
Aside from the socks, she also is quite good on the defensive side of things. She's good at getting low, cutting off angles. She sees a lot of the court.
Another offensive rebound for Melissa Martinez, and she puts up a shot, no good. Offensive rebound goes to Midway, and they get some second chance points. And there's Taylor, and she gets bumped. That's Miranda Roan on the foul.
Another trip to the line for 2.
Savannah Taylor's got 21 points and 11 rebounds, a double-double today, and she looks to add to her point total, which is already quite impressive. Here's the first one for Taylor. Bounces off and good. 80-54, 1:15 left to play. Here's TJ Edmonds into the game for Asbury, number 23, another reserve, as well as number 24, Julie Jarbel. And there goes Savannah Taylor. She's had a great game. Lizzie Hoffa comes in for her. And right now it looks like Coach Price has cleared his bench as Asbury leads 81-54, and this game is well in hand for the Asbury Eagles.
Just about 1 minute remaining.
Boyd maintains control, and a foul called on Reinhardt. There have been a lot of free throws shot here in the second half.
Absolutely, both teams going into their double bonus and racking up a good amount of time here going on.
There's a shot of Coach Price on the bench. He's relaxing as his team leads by 27. Not much coaching you got to do when you're up by this much. Just let your girls go out there and play. First free throw is good for Boyd. Cuts in that lead a little bit.
Well, as much as Midway wasn't able to really get their shots to fall, they are still a good team. They were still in a good position, and They definitely will have some good strength going into the last few games of their schedule. Who knows, maybe it'll pay off for a postseason berth here.
Aaron, the future definitely looks bright for Midway as they look to be led by freshman Jasmine Johnson, number 00. She played a really nice game here today. She was quick, she didn't turn the ball over, and if she can be the point guard of the future for Midway, then they look like they can make some noise in the future. And rebound goes to Midway. And here's Melissa Martinez. She drives to the basket. Nice Euro step, puts it in.
Nice, there it is. You said her name right and she made the shot.
I did. Oh, nice
Good
ball
movement.
handling from Wood. And they look to just run the clock out. 26 seconds left here to play. They're not trying to score. They just want to get this game over with. Wood drives to the basket, gets fouled.
22 seconds left on the clock. That's all that separates this one from going down as an official victory.
Here's Wood to add to the margin of deficit of Midway, and it almost airballs it, just drops off the front of the iron there. Here's Anisia Wood for the second one. It's good. She gets onto the score sheet. And let's see if Midway tries to go for a quick basket here to try to cut in this lead a little bit.
Well, that was just kind of handed over to the other side.
Jordan Brenner just got the ball stripped from her as more Eagles fly on the court. Some good defense in the backcourt from Midway, but all for naught all game long as the clock counts down on this night of basketball as Asbury wins 82-58. That's our final here in Wilmore. And Asbury gets payback with a large, whopping defeat on Midway as they win by 24.
Both these teams able to execute and defend their home court so far on this season. Better on the home than they are on the road. We'll see if that kind of holds up going into the last few games of the season. Both teams have 3 left. Once again, you see it right there, 82-58 as the final. Some excitement. What did you think coming away from that one?
Well, it's a good game. Midway showed some signs of life in some points of the game, but we always like to see Asbury come out and just dominate the opponent. Let's go to midcourt for the team prayer, as we don't want to interrupt that while that's going on. All right, Aaron. At the end of our game, Asbury has won this game tonight, 82-58. Why did Asbury win today's game?
Well, that's definitely an easy response. Turnovers, and
more turnovers? Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, the Asbury defense just obliterated Midway's offense. And turnovers, how many turnovers we got there for Midway?
There were 24
turnovers
for Midway. It was a rough day overall. A lot of mishandles. But then Asbury, on the other end of things, turned it over 20 times on their own, and they just horrible passing over the top. You know, you win the game, you come out with this kind of a victory, but you still,
Yeah, both teams shot under 40%, so a really ugly game for both teams. But it doesn't look like way if you look at just the score as a 24-point margin of victory. Looks really good for the Asbury fans, but if they look at the statistics of the game, Asbury just didn't play well. Do you think Midway, do you think their defense did a good job of controlling their offense? I mean, they scored 82 points, so obviously not. But when you shoot 38% on the game like Asbury did, Midway had to do something right.
Exactly, especially with Asbury shooting, both teams shooting close to 70 times. I mean, it wasn't so much that either team really played great defense as much as they just didn't make baskets on the other side of things. And there was a lot of rebounds, but that had to do with missing a lot of shots as well.
Yeah, well, Aaron, we got the highlights here from today's game. If you missed it, if you're just tuning in, sorry to say that you missed our game, but we've got the highlights loaded up for you. As we got some pretty good highlights. We've got a lot of steals, no dunks, I'm sorry. So if we can get that highlight reel rolling for everybody, because it was a lot of fun, and here it is.
Thanks so much for joining us today. It was definitely a pleasure. I'm Aaron Bond.
I'm Sam Maddox. Thank you for watching us, and go Eagles.